Welcome back to Down the Track. This is a review for day one of the four test match between India and England at the Oval. It was a gripping day of test cricket. England dominating, and it looked like Leeds all over again. Deja vu for India, losing their top order. Virat Kohli stood strong for a while. He scored a 50, but everyone around him was getting out. Then he got a brilliant delivery. And, India were in tatters. 150 looked bleak at that time. And England were all over them. I think fantastic bowling from them, especially the way Robinson and Chris Wokes coming back in after injury. He bowled brilliantly, exceptional line length. It just looked like he never left cricket. And to come back in after an injury and play like that on the international stage in a test match is just unbelievable. I think he was a player to watch out for me, but I didn't think he'd bowl this good because coming back from an injury, there's always that rustiness. He didn't show it at all. He was on the money. England won the toss. They elected to bowl first. They made use of the conditions. It was brilliant conditions to bowl in. You're getting late swing, banana swing. Even after it passed the bat, you could see the ball moving. I think there was one delivery where Bairstow, he went one way and then it swung back the other way. It was just brilliant to see and fantastic from England. I think they made use of winning the toss and bowling first. If you just look at India, like they were at one stage 127 for 7 when Rishabh Pant got out, and at that time it was only Shardul Thakur and Umesh Yadav to come, and I think that was a defining partnership. But if you just look before that, the likes of Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul, I thought they started off brilliantly. They saw off the first few overs. I think in 7 overs they're 27, but then in England the ball doesn't stop swinging. And I think that's where on this kind of pitch you'll have to be a bit more aggressive as a batsman, because if you're trying to take that shine off the ball, it's not going to work. There's one ball who's going to get you. It's going to continue to swing even with the older ball. It's going to continue to swing, and I think it's pretty cold there as well. So strange, but that's how it is in England. So I think you have to look to attack, because the way the England bowlers bowl, they're always at you. They're persistent with that line length outside off stump. So if one doesn't get you, the other one will. Virat Kohli played the full ball really well today, but then you saw they pulled one back of the length. I think it was Robinson, and he got the edge. So that's what it is in England. I think you have to play your shots. And the way Shardul Thakur played his innings, I think that's a bit exaggerated, but that's the way you should play. Look to score runs. But he just surprised everybody. I think he surprised the one Indian team. He's batted well in the gap as well under pressure, but it's just fantastic innings in those conditions when everyone else is struggling around you. But yeah, initially I think up until those two sessions, England completely dominated. Again, after those two openers, Pujara looked poor. 4 of 31 deliveries. He just needs to gather himself. Sometimes he scored those 90 runs, but even then, I don't know what it is. It's not about wasting deliveries or anything like that. That's his game. Let him play his game. But even when he's playing his shots, he doesn't look as confident enough. He can nick any delivery. He just needs to get that solidity back, I feel. And let's see how that goes. But then a weird decision. Jadeja came in before Rahane. I think it was to disrupt that left hand, right hand kind of combination, bring that in and disrupt the England bowlers, because they're too used to bowling to the right handers. That's the only reason I can think of. But in these conditions, if you want to do that, maybe send Pant. But Jadeja, I think lower order, that's where he's suited playing with that tail. When the conditions are a bit difficult, it's going to be tricky for him. And that's where you need your best batsman, your test batsman to play there. And it's Rahane. I think he should have gone. But no excuses for Rahane. He came and he battled away and then got out as well. He needs to convert. It's the same problem for India. Their middle order is just not firing. In the last couple of games, the openers also struggled a bit, but they've shown that they can weather the storm. Whereas the middle order really needs to find some sort of form. And again, we saw them failing. Virat Kohli got a 50. Like I said, I think he batted much better today. There was the full deliveries, I think, showed more intent. But also, again, with Kohli, he got dropped, right, when he was on 20-30. So he's not in full form. You can tell he's out of thing. And the fact that he's scoring 50 is out of form also goes to show his stature. But yeah, he's definitely out of form. He's not looking 100%. If you look at Joe Root as well, Joe Root made less runs than Virat Kohli, but just in the manner in which he got those runs was much more confident. It looked like he was a man in form. But yeah, I think after that, when they won 127 for 7, Thakur walked in with Umesh Yadav. where the game changed a bit. I think that it couldn't be a defining moment because a score of 130, 140 all out as compared to 190, closer to 200, is a big difference on this pitch. And the way Shardul Thakur played was just absolutely brilliant. Stand and deliver some shots, just absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't believe he was playing that. Even the way he got to 50 with that pull shot for six, stand and deliver through covers on the back foot, punching on the front foot, flicking it as well through mid wicket. He has all the shots, and credit Umesh Yadav for sticking around as well, giving him strike and making sure he absorbed deliveries, not get out, and there was someone there. And that partnership, it could be a game-defining partnership. We don't know yet, because 190 is still a low score. I think 250 on this pitch would have been fantastic in the first innings, just looking at how England batted as well. But I think England still have the noses ahead, but India definitely clawed back into the game in the third session, first with Thakur and then with the ball. If you look at I think after Thakur got out, the tail collapsed, and then it was England's turn. And when England, if you look at their openers, Hamid and Burns both getting out, Bumrah fantastic bowling. I think that's a trick that they missed in the Leeds game. I don't think Bumrah bowled first up to them, and today that was changed, and you could see that he bothered them all day. Especially Burns, I think he struggles against Bumrah. Bumrah needs to get the new ball whenever Burns is on strike and opening the batting. That ball, he got that edge and bottom edge, and hit the stumps. Hamid as well. That extra bounce did him a nice catch by Rishabh Pant behind the stumps. And brilliant bowling from Bumrah. After that, though, I think Root and Malan, they batted really well. They were playing late, that gap through gully and slip. They're finding that out. And then India strayed as well in line and length. Umesh Yadav, again, rusty, coming back after a long time. They're looking good. Malan as well, I think front foot, back foot looks like a solid player, offside, leg side. Root was just in brilliant form. Then I think for me, the biggest moment of the day was Root's wicket. Umesh Yadav getting one to check back in and cleaning Root stumps. The reason I say that, because Root was set for another 50 or 100 for sure. The way he was batting, just didn't look bothered. But there is something in this pitch, and Umesh Yadav, one ball just suddenly it swung in, and you can tell that it's not going to be easy to bat on. And now with the other batsmen coming in, I think it'll be difficult for them. Malan is the key for me going into day two. If India can get him out early, then that's fantastic. The game can flip into India's favor if they get any sort of lead. If they get England bowled out for 160, 170, the game will be in India's favor, because England will have to bat on day four. Whereas England will be looking to, I think, that 250, 300 margin. I think 250 is a good lead. If they can get to 300, why not? Day two will... They're saying it'll be better to bat on, but again, we don't know how the conditions will be. If the ball gets older, will it stop swinging? We don't know anything. If you get overcast conditions, again, first up in the morning, India will be licking the lips and looking to pick up wickets. So it's very, very interesting. I think it's evenly poised right now. England slightly ahead because of the way they bowled, and they still have a lot of batting there. Although not everyone has been in form, but I think if the lower order can chip in and get to 250, 300, that will do England a world of good. Anything above 300, firm advantage with England. If India can get them bowled out even for 200, 210, then India have a good chance. So let's see how it goes. It was a spicy day of Test cricket. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully day two lives up to the mark as well. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll catch you tomorrow for the review.